Hello men and gentle ladies, and welcome back to Surviving the Whiteout. Now in today's video I'm going to try and keep it a little bit shorter just for a couple of reasons. The first one, because the video on Wednesday was slightly long, so if you did watch that one, thank you for watching it, but also apologies that it was slightly long, so I wanted to keep it short for that. And also the other reason, and I know I've said this in a few videos now, but we have had an official national heat warning in the country because it's so hot. We've been told to not go outside. It's that hot. And I know people will watch it and think, oh, you English people, you complain all the time. We do. We absolutely do. We complain about the weather any chance we get. But I will say this. I have lived for a very short time in Texas during the summer. And I would rather be in the Texas heat than the English heat. This country just, when the heat hits, it is so humid. It is awful. And I can't keep doing this. But honestly, it's awful. If you've experienced an English summer like this, then you'll understand. If you haven't, you'll just think we're a bunch of complainers and moaners. And to be fair, both of those things are true. But I also want to turn this equipment off because this makes the room hotter as well. So I just don't want to do. Also, I said I'm going to make this video shorter and I'm just waffling on again. Get on with it. But today's video is going to be about the Treasure Hunter event. Now, this event doesn't come around very often. I don't know exactly how often it was. I want to say like every 3 months or so. I don't remember the last time we had it, but it's not an overly common event. But I just wanted to go over the kind of way the event works, how to get the best out of it, and what you should really focus on. Now, the way this works is that each floor you have 14 attempts to find the treasure. Now, the treasure is something that you can choose. So whichever thing you choose is really dependent on your account. And some things will give you slightly better value than they would in other areas. But honestly, it really is about what you're currently struggling with. For me, it's chief gear. My chief gear is really bad for where it should be. I definitely need to work on that. So the design plans is absolutely going to be my focus. If charms are something that you're really struggling with, then the charm designs are a great option. And also lucky hero gear chests are always welcome in this game. Getting mythic pieces is difficult, particularly if you're a spender. If you're a big spender and you've got a lot of mithril and you're constantly ascending your gear to different levels, you're probably going to need a lot more mythic gear pieces. So that definitely would be a great option. Essence stones I probably wouldn't recommend just because you can get them fairly easily from Bear Trap and you can do that every other day. And then speed ups are always good, but maybe not as important as the other three. So the middle three would be my main focus, and these things do change according to your state. So you may be looking at this thinking, I don't have that, or at least I don't have the same number as you. The rewards progress as your state progresses, so the further you get in, the more rewards you'll get. So you may be looking at it right now and you only have 24 custom hero gear chests, whereas I obviously have 36. You'll have more the next time the event comes around, and that number will just keep going up and up and up and up. But I am going to select the design plans. But the important thing to note is that you can change not only every floor, but you can change halfway through a floor. So if I get right to the end and I still haven't found the treasure, and then suddenly say, actually, I really do want my charm designs, I can change it. So if I just click on a random piece now, I'm not going to find it, but then I can click and I can change it right now. So anytime you can change it. As long as you haven't found it yet, you can change it to whatever you want. Now, as I said, you get 14 attempts on the floor, and your chance of finding the treasure increases every single time. So I don't think it's this kind of board where it's hidden behind one specific piece, which is annoying. But every time you select a piece, the chances of finding it next time goes slightly up. So say there's a 5% chance, it's not a 5% chance, but say there's a 5% chance you get it on the first try. If we fail like this, then the next time you'll have like a 7% chance. So every single time your chance goes up. And then if you still haven't found it after 13 attempts, then you are just guaranteed to find it on the 14th attempt. Now you can do auto search or manually click. I know there are people who will say you should click certain areas, and I never believe that. I honestly don't. I think it's superstition. I think a lot of people think if you click these two pieces and then this piece, you'll find it. If you make sure you avoid the middle, if you avoid the sides, I don't believe in that at all. I just think you just have to keep clicking and hopefully you find it. A lot of the time you just won't find it early on and you'll have to use a fair amount of pickaxes, which is slightly annoying. But whether you do auto search or manual, if I'm honest, I don't think makes a major difference. Now, I'll kind of always manually do it just because I like a little bit more control. I just enjoy doing it that way. But again, it's not a major problem. But in terms of clearing a floor, you're going to need potentially 14 of these pickaxes. Now, if we go to the treasure warrant, now we're 2 days into this now. I believe this has been going on for 2 days and it's a 5-day event. And these are the pickaxes that you can get every single day. And these are fairly easy to get. Now, the first 3, call, rally and hunt down 1 polar terror. Everyone should be doing that anyway, so that's incredibly easy. Make 5 alliance contributions. Again, you should be making over 50 a day, so that's not a problem. And then training 30,000 troop power isn't an issue either. Everyone should be doing all of these things passively every single day. And in terms of making a payment, it's not a $4.99 payment. Sometimes you'll see that you have to pay $4.99 in order to unlock something. This is just a payment of any kind. So say, for example, and I should have done this in the video, but I didn't. But if we go to Snowbusters, which I need to do a video on, but I can't stand Snowbusters. I really can't stand Snowbusters. But if we go to this Snow Warrior pack, I simply just bought the previous pack, which was 99p, would have been 99 cents for some of you. And that was enough to unlock the rewards in Treasure Hunter or in the Treasure Warrant. So any purchase of any amount will unlock that. And that obviously gives you more. So you get 5 for the Polar Terror, 5 for the Alliance contributions, 6 for the Troop Power, and then 10 for that purchase. So if you're not a spender, don't worry. Just do those 3 and leave it there. If you're a light spender, maybe just buy the odd occasional pack, top up in some of your weekly packs, whatever it may be. Just spend a small amount to unlock that reward. And if you do want more of these pickaxes, you can go and buy them in this treasure search pack. Now, these do refresh daily, so you can come back and buy all of these every single day, going all the way up to $99.99, and you can buy 3 of those packs, so you can spend a lot of money in this event. But even if you are maxing it, I'm pretty sure you don't need to buy every single pack. I think if you every single day bought all the way up to the $49.99 one, that should take you close. I believe that hopefully it would take you there, but there really isn't any need to buy every single pack. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to buy one. I realize I made a mistake now. Why did I buy that Snowbusters one if I was going to do this? What an idiot. But we'll pop that off just to get a couple of those. I've got some Frost Stars still kicking around just to give us a few more of these pickaxes. And now we're just going to try and get those rewards and see how well we do. So we'll just do some random clicking. You can see the number going down. Now it's at 10. I'm just doing random clicking. I know some people will say, no, click in a different order. No, doesn't mean anything, in my opinion, anyway. Hopefully we find it. That's not too bad. So we found it with 7 more attempts, so that wasn't too bad. So we got those design plans. Very happy about that. And then we move on to the next floor. Now I'm just going to do auto on this one, just for the sake of it, just so it goes quicker. Yes, that's absolutely fine. We'll see how quickly we get it. Not bad again. It's actually more luck than I normally get in this event. So thank you very much. And we're going to try and get to floor 5 because that's where it changes. So we'll go once again. So I think we've got 7 attempts left on the first one, 8 on the next one. I think that said 7. It's not going too bad. Honestly, usually I almost get to the last attempt every single time. So I'm happy with that. Again, this is going very, very well. I didn't even need to buy those pickaxes. But now we get to the 5th floor, which is where everything changes slightly and just gets a little bit better. So again, we go to the top and you've got your rewards, but you can see now they are double. So you just get more. So every 5th floor is where you get this, which is why my overall advice for this is to aim for one of those floors. Aim for floor 5, floor 10, floor 15. Have that be your focus, and then don't push any further and just save for the next time this event comes around. If you think you can get to the next one that's 5 away, absolutely fine, keep pushing it. But if you're not, I would personally just save for the next one. So we're going to go for design plans again. And this time I'm going to do it manually. Should I do it manually? Yeah, I'll do it manually. So we've got 22 attempts on this one. Same principle again. So every time you click, you have slightly more chance to find it the next time. We will see how well we do. We've done quite well on all the floors so far. And we're not doing too well I should have done auto. Oh, this isn't good. That's not too bad. So then we've got the 144 design plans. So we've got a decent amount so far. Now for me, I'm going to be pushing to floor 10. And after floor 10, that's when I'm going to tap out. Because these pickaxes here do stay in your backpack. So you don't have to use all of them in the event. You can save them for the next time this event comes around. And that is honestly what people should do. Now, free-to-play players or anyone, I think just by doing those daily missions, you should be able to get to floor 5 and finish floor 5, I think. I'm pretty sure. So I think I actually got some numbers that I worked out. If the maths is wrong, I greatly apologize. But I think in terms of worst case scenario, it's going to take you 78 pickaxes to finish. That's not a word. To finish floor 5. Whereas it will take 156 pickaxes to finish floor 10 or to get all that way. That is the worst case scenario. You saw that I didn't have anywhere near 78 and I managed to get past floor 5. So it's not always going to be the worst case scenario, but that's how it could go. It could potentially go that bad. It shouldn't most of the time, but it could. But if you are free to play, just don't push any further than 5. Once you finish 5, just stop, save any pickaxes you get for the next time. Just go to 5 every single time this event comes around and just accumulate some more pickaxes every single time so that eventually when this event comes around, you can push to floor 10. And if you're a spender, push all the way. But if we go to the tiered rewards up here, so the total treasure search rewards, this shows you the rewards you get after clearing each level. So not only do you get more rewards on the floors of multiples of 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up to 100. Didn't even know it went up that high. But not only do you get more rewards on those floors, but you also get these tiered rewards every time you clear those floors. So we cleared floor 2 and floor 10, so we get those rewards. And then after that, it is just multiples of 5. So I'm going to be pushing to 10 so I can get those 20 Mythic General Hero shards. I've got a lot of them anyway, so it's not the main focus. I'd like to get further, because the further you get along, we do have our blessed mithril. So if you manage to push all the way to level 100, you're getting 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, you're getting 50 mithril, and you're getting some lucky hero gear chests. You're getting more pickaxes as well, so that's just going to help you get further to those rewards. If I could, I would. Honestly, I need mithril desperately, so if I could max this event, I would, but I can't, so I'm just going to stop looking at that because it's making me jealous. But just pick a target that you're going to be going for and just really honestly just aim for multiples of 5. And if you can't get to the next one, just stop. Yes, you can push and finish level 11, level 12 if you want. You're still going to get rewards that way. But if you save your pickaxes for the next time, you just might get potentially more. So that's kind of it for this event, really. It's just a kind of whistle-stop tour to how it works. Again, these packs, like any packs, the value goes down the higher you buy. So if you're not sure how much you need to spend in the event, don't just jump straight to the top ones. Buy the cheaper ones first because you're getting more value out of that. So buy the 4, the 10, the 20, the 50 if you want. And then on the last day, if you need to buy more, then maybe then focus on the more expensive packs. But that is it really for the treasure hunter event. I'm going to stop here and again try to push to floor 10, but I'm going to wait until I get more pickaxes. My advice really for most players is ideally to wait until the last day, because then you know how many pickaxes you have and then you can make a judgment on how far you can get. If you know for sure you're going to be buying a pack every single day for this event, you can work out how many pickaxes you're going to have overall and then make a plan from there. But I personally would normally wait until the last day. The only reason I haven't now is just because obviously I'm filming it. But that is my overall advice. So for the rewards, just pick whatever you're currently lacking in your account. Yes, there are things that could give you slightly more value, and you could ask somebody and they could say everyone should be going for this, but it really is about what you're lacking. What is the bottleneck in your account right now? What's the one thing you can improve? For me, without question, it's Chief Gear. So Chief Gear is going to be my priority. So let me know below whether this is an event that you look forward to, whether when it appears on the calendar you get excited to do it, or whether you just burn through it as quickly as possible just to get it over with. I personally don't mind it too much. It's a bit like Mia's Fortune in the sense that it's a bit more luck based, which isn't always ideal. But I guess the good thing, you're still getting rewards every time you click and you don't get the main reward. They're not amazing, but at least you're getting something out of it. So yeah, let me know below what you think of the Treasure Hunter event, and thank you for watching the video. I just want to say quickly, earlier today, this channel surpassed 3,000 subscribers, which is utterly insane. The fact that this channel has been going for a little over 4 months and we've got to 3,000 subscribers, it's genuinely blown my mind. I hoped that this would work. I hoped that I could build something with this channel, but the fact that I've got this many people supporting the channel already, all of you that watch, all of you that comment regularly, it honestly does mean a lot to me. I know I've said it in a few of my videos. It's not just me saying it and me saying, oh, thanks for watching. I genuinely mean it. Like, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, for commenting, for anything that you've done to support this channel. I'll forever be grateful for it. It blows my mind, and I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate all of you. So thank you for watching. I'm now going to go and sit in a cold bath while I try not to melt and I contemplate my life's decisions. Thanks for watching. Peace.